A mother shields her child beneath holy symbols, but something winged watches from the rafters, not fallen, not angelic, something older. This is the third day of Whispers from Eden. Today we unmask the biblical terror behind one of the most obscure maternal myths. Where does the story begin? Where love crosses into possession and guardianship becomes a spiritual trap. The first time we meet her is in Genesis, the first book of the Bible, where she is called Ishil. She's the wife of the very first king of Jerusalem. But what is she best known for? For holding her newborn son, Sargon, beneath the light of an oil lamp. And what would be so significant about that? For that one moment, if it wasn't for the creature lurking in the shadows. In that single frame, an angel and a demon both take flight. One ascends to become a messenger of God. The other remains tethered to earth, becoming the progenitor of a bloodline that will one day produce the Antichrist. But they're not the only ones who take notice of this child. The rabbis tell a story of a king who sought to destroy the city of Jerusalem. But when he entered the palace, he was met not by armed guards or barricaded gates, but by a silent boy sitting on a throne. And when the king asked who he was, the child simply replied, "I am the son of the king." So moved by this display of courage, the king spared Jerusalem and went home. But why would a child need to wear a cloak of silence? And why does this story appear in the apocryphal book of Enoch, but nowhere else? In today's episode, we learn that the Watchers are not always what they seem. Sometimes they are human, sometimes they are divine, and sometimes they are neither. They are simply vessels of knowledge. And their wisdom, though ancient, can be dangerous if misunderstood. Because there are two types of angels that dwell in the courts of heaven: those who fell and those who never flew. The fallen are the ones we all know. They're the ones who rebelled against God and were cast out of heaven, condemned to roam the earth until the final judgment. But the ones who didn't fall were not necessarily loyal. They simply chose to stay. And that might have been the worst decision of all, because when the war began, they took an oath of neutrality. They vowed to remain silent witnesses of the unfolding drama, neither condemning nor saving anyone. That's why they're called the Silent Ones. They abandoned God not by falling, but by staying neutral. Now, do you think that makes them any less guilty? I don't. And I'll tell you what the scripture says about them. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. This is not just a myth, it's a warning encoded in holy texts. And if you feel like something is stirring within you, a hunger for more, then I invite you to stay. Stay until the final breath. The hidden invocation is only heard by those listening in the Spirit. If your soul itches at the edges of Scripture, if you feel the whispers of forgotten lore, then subscribe to join the ritual. We gather here every day for the next 12 days to explore the hidden meaning behind the greatest stories ever told. And remember, the most chilling answers are often found in the comments, so share your theory below and turn on notifications. The next summoning may already be watching you.